So okay, here's another good one that I usually start the shows up with. Is something like this. That's usually a pretty good one. Okay, there's a couple of everything in everything in the universe, there's some form of a hierarchy. There's nothing, it's just like everything isn't just freaking equal. You always have to answer you always have to answer to somebody. You know, you're not God. Well, you're not the creator of all this, so you have to answer. So what happens in the legal society, well, let me start with this one. This is easier. I love it when people call me on the phone, like especially yesterday, some poor lady called me up and said the judge and the clerk were awfully mean to her. And I say to her, I'm the judge. I said, you mean a man acting as a judge? The man who acts as a judge, or a man who's acting as the plaintiff or the defendant? The man who's acting as the clerk? Are you talking about a man? Are you talking about a judge? And a lot of people, you know, they hit a brick wall instantly by talking to me. And I say to them, do you folks realize that I got 3 judges in the front seat of that pickup truck right now, and they'll tell me whether or not this beef jerky is any good or not. They'll be the hell of a judge, whether it tastes like, you know, if it's worth eating or not. My dog in the back, he says, no, this ain't no good. The other 2 dogs in the front loved it. So they're a hell of a judge, you know. The dog, you know, so when you say, the judge told me so, the only way a judge can tell you something is if you're a defendant or a plaintiff. You mean a man was talking to you? Or were you saying that a judge was talking to you? If a judge is talking to you, you're a defendant or a plaintiff. You're something that the judge has control over. But if a judge was talking to me, you mean I took the title of a defendant when I walked into court, or I lowered my status to that of plaintiff? No, I don't think so. I don't think I did that. I'm pretty damn sure I never accepted any title, and I'm more than comfortable just acting as man at all times, from the moment I'm born to the moment I die. I'm very happy with just acting as man. Because like I was saying with my dad, and this was an old adage that people knew forever, I'm sure you could still Google it, and would say that an honest man would never sign a piece of paper his whole entire life. And my dad said to me, well, he said, if somebody tries to hand you a piece of paper and get you to sign it, they're trying to take something away from you. They're trying to cheat you, trick you, deceive you. There's no reason why an honest man would ask another honest man to sign something. He goes, we all trust each other. Well, obviously, if we don't, well, then we're going to have the other guy sign it. So there's no doubt about it. So, but, you know, if some man comes up to you and tells you to sign a piece of paper, say no thank you and run away. You know, just say, no thank you. We can't do this on a handshake. I don't want to deal with you. So that's the way it always used to go. My dad said, well, maybe once in your life you'll have to sign a piece of paper, you know, like when you get married. He said, that's okay. And then maybe one other piece of paper, and that's about it. He says, more than 2 pieces of paper, something's going really wrong in your life. You're signing more than 2 pieces of paper, making your mark on something. Other than 2 documents, something's really wrong. He says, I can understand doing it when you get married, so that when you die, this piece of paper reflects that that woman was to get all your possessions. That's fine. He says, one more time other than that, 2 times maybe, or 3 times, no. It's that somebody's trying to get over on you. So this was the old-fashioned way that things were, because paper, pen, and ink were very rare at one point in time. So nobody could read or write. So why would you have me sign something in Chinese hieroglyphics? I don't know what this is, and why would I sign it? Well, trust me, and it'll all be okay. Yeah, right. Sure it will. So let me say a simple way to explain, like a defendant and stuff like that. When I ask people all the time, is it a good thing to be a defendant? And almost everybody will say no, right? But can you tell me a good reason why it'd be an awesome thing to be called a defendant? I say, well, look at it this way. Muhammad Ali used to defend the heavyweight championship of the world. He was the defender of the title. He had the title. He was the champion of the world. Somebody comes up to you and says, hey, we're going to title you the heavyweight champion of the world. You're going to get all these beautiful women right behind you. You're going to get millions and millions of dollars. People all over the world are going to know you. When you step out of Tokyo, all these people are going to come up, take your picture, want to sign your autograph. You're the new heavyweight champion of the world. Hey, that's all right. I like that. Sure. I'll defend the title. And then they say, oh, yeah, but next week you got to fight Mike Tyson. Oh, I don't know if I want to be the defendant anymore. Well, I don't see the benefit anymore. Yes, everything is voluntary, so I'm going to have to withdraw my acceptance of being labeled the defendant. I don't wish to participate any longer. But thank you, because everything is voluntary. One of the best movies to watch that on would be, I think it was Cromwell. It was when they were beheading Charles. And Charles was dragged before Parliament. And Charles kept saying, where do you get the authority? Oh, this is a lovely word. I love that word. I believe it was Cromwell. I believe it was the one with Harris. I'm trying to remember the name, man. Richard Harris, yeah. And Alec Guinness was Charles. So whatever one Alex Guinness was, King Charles, that's the one. When you watch them try to try the king, when you watch them try to try man, like watch them try to try me. It's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to be a repeat of that movie. Where do you believe you derive that authority? What does the word authority literally mean? Nobody ever knows. You say, oh, he doesn't respect authority. I mean, that's the first thing they always tell my mom about me. Oh, your son doesn't respect authority. If somebody Google it right now, it means a dictator. Karl doesn't respect authority. Well, I don't respect Pol Pot, Mao, Hitler, Stalin. Like, that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing that my son doesn't respect authority. He doesn't want to be dictated to. That's right. Because where do you believe you got the authority to dictate to me, tell me what to do? Who do you think that power derives from? I see man, I'm man. I don't see you acting as a guy, and that's why I believe. See, I don't study this. What do you guys call this stuff? Conspiracy theories nonsense. But I believe when you look at like money and you see the all-seeing eye and the capstone is missing. To me, I believe, because if you look in every legal dictionary, you'll never find the definition of man, because every man is different, unique. You can't define man because everybody's different. It's ridiculous. So, and to me, the legal society can't define their creator. Just like I, as man, can't define the I. There's 7 billion people on the planet Earth. I guarantee there's 7 billion definitions of what God is. I guarantee nobody's going to have the same belief or the same exact image in their mind what their creator looks like. So everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. So what's funny with this, if you ever see the way I spell it I all the time, it's like a man in motion moving forward. He's got a head. He's not decapitated. So if you look at my website, let me put my website down here in case somebody never seen it. It's broadmind.org. All right? And does anybody know what the word broadmind means? You put it in a dictionary, Google it. What does the word broadmind mean? What do you think it means? Yeah. Well, there is no word named broadmind. It's broadminded. That's a word I made up. Because what do you think the word broadmind means? But do you think it means like? Well, yeah, but you guys think it means broad-minded, right? Yeah. Well, I used to play music, and I always had broads on my mind. Okay, so it's what the legal society does to you folks. You think it means this, but it really means that. And it has 2 different meanings. This word doesn't even exist in an English dictionary. It doesn't exist. It's broad-minded. It's the word that exists. That's my own word I made up. And I believe it means this. You guys can make it believe whatever the hell makes you comfortable with. I don't care. But if you look at my website, you'll see the word of the month. The word of the month is to capitalize. When you Google it, it's word of the month. I was changing them every month, but I stopped at capitalize because I wrote a dictionary, and my dictionary has 3,477 words the last time I checked, which was 2011. Believe me, there's a lot more words there now, but you don't really need them. To me, I tell people you need about 10 to 20 words to move a court. That's all you need. Really simple, see, spot, run. That's all you kind of need to talk to people.